5 undervalued players. These are players that people in your league will not be picking up, that you can get late on, that will help you win your leagues and win your game weeks. Now, jumping straight in, we're going to talk about Liverpool's Ibrahima Konate. 17 starts last year, 7 clean sheets. Liverpool only had 14 all season. That's 50% of their clean sheets were with him starting at the back. I think he'll be Virgil van Dijk's centre-back partner next year, so the play time should be okay. 9 goals from dead balls last season for Liverpool. That was the joint highest in the league. And they're always up there for set-piece goals, especially in the corners department, which he can benefit from. Liverpool do like to rotate, though, their centre-back partnership alongside Virgil van Dijk. But realistically, the only competition I see next season is Joe Gomez. And they've got so many competitions, he should definitely be getting some time. So if he gets 30 starts next year, you could be looking at a very, very key player in your back line for sure. The next person I want to talk about is a midfielder, Morgan Gibbs-White. Unbelievable breakout season for him. Goal contributions of 5 goals, 8 assists from a 6.0 XG and an 8.2 expected assists, leading to 145 points. That put him 15th best midfield scorer last season. And I think Forest will be improving. I think Steve Cooper's had a year now in the Premier League. He understands it more. They ended the season really well. So I think they will only be making more chances, which means more goals and assists for him. And he can really, really push on from this foundation year, really, for him in the Premier League. Now, this summer, he's gone and won the Euros under 21 with England, which can only be good for his confidence. He had a bit of mentality issues before, but that seems to have improved with Steve Cooper because he worked with him at England prior to Nottingham Forest. And I think it can just only get better, this relationship going forward. The other midfielder that needs to be talked about is Bryan Mbeumo. He's been moved from a forward to a midfielder. Goal contributions last year, 9 goals, 9 assists from 9.48 expected goals and 5.53 expected assists. Slightly overachieving on the assists, but I'm not too worried about that at all. I think with the lack of Ivan Toney next year, it needs to be talked about that he is banned until the 17th of January. That's 19 Premier League games he'll be missing, and Mbeumo could be the man to replace him down the middle for Brentford. Brentford, they obviously could go out and sign someone else. I'm not sure if they will. I think they'll wait for Toney to come back, so I don't think there'll be any immediate change. And they know they've got Mbeumo there and a team round that can sustain until the 17th of Jan. So with him replacing Toney, the ceiling is just massive on him. Potentially a top 10 midfielder, I think, going forward into next year. If he's not playing down the middle, I still think he's an unbelievable asset for you to pick up. He's been at Brentford for years, and I think he's just someone that Thomas Frank really trusts, and I think you should be able to get him in relatively late on. When I'm saying late on, I'm talking about he may be your third choice midfielder, and I think he'll be unbelievable for you. Now, 2 forwards that we need to talk about. Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Goal contributions last year, 2 goals, 1 assist from 15 starts. Ollie, what are you on about? Well, we need to look back at the last season that he was fully fit, where he got 16 goals, 6 assists. Now with Sean Dyche in at Everton, they're going to play to his strengths a lot more. And the player that Sean Dyche had at Burnley that fits the mould of Dominic Calvert-Lewin the most was a man called Chris Wood, who we all know about, who averaged about 130 to 100 points under Dyche at Burnley. And that would put him as the 6th best forward. So do not sleep on DCL. The only question marks, can he stay fit and will Everton be good? Now, another plus side for Calvert-Lewin is they've just signed Ashley Young, who's come in, should be starting, who is phenomenal at set pieces. So that is one of his big strengths. I remember under Carlo Ancelotti just seeing him fly over centre-backs and score goals from set pieces. So I think that's something that we can really get excited about with DCL. And the last striker that we're going to talk about, and the last player from this list, is Evan Ferguson. Goal contribution, 6 goals, 2 assists from 10 starts last year. 5.44 XG and a 0.54 assists. Played to an exceptional level last year. Really did. And I think Brighton last year, obviously, were unbelievable, especially under De Zerbi. 73.3 expected goals, second best in the league that was. And De Zerbi has them playing an attacking style of football, which shouldn't change next season. But the only question is, can they achieve the same level next year? We'll just have to wait and see. I think they should be up there, at least scoring a lot of goals still. Also, what should be mentioned, he did get an injury last year. Can he stay fit this year? He's never had injury problems before. He is very young, 17, 18, I believe. So he should be able to bounce back from this injury with no problem and should be the starting 9 for Brighton, it should be said, when it comes to playtime. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a like, comment down some thoughts below. And if you want to see more videos and get some more draft or just FPL tips, give us a subscribe and I'll see you soon. Bye guys.